Good morning, people. What a beautiful day. It is Wednesday. And, well, we're going to start the day like we always do. I'm taking off, going to the gym. Going to go for my hour and a half workout. Keep this old man young, or at least try and do something. Give you a little view off our deck here. There's the shop. There's the Nomad. There's my 58 Ford. That's right, sits in the driveway. Why not? It's summer, it's nice out. If you even look way beyond here, you can even see the top of my carports of all the old tractors and kids' toys on it. But that's enough of that right now. I'm going to get to the gym, we're going to get back, we're going to see what we can get accomplished today. We're going to be outside, finish off some welding on the Ford pickup, the holes in the floor. That's right, we're welding out back in the sun, next to a porta potty. Whew! Anyway, keeps you awake, trust me. We're going to go get some of that done. Then we're going to be pulling the vinyl top, I think, off maybe a 70 GTO, and let's see what kind of surprises we can open up in there. Let's see what we can find. With that being said, though, hey, you think my shop's cool? You like all my stuff in my shop? Look at our house. It's our kitchen. And the old barnwood wall. You gotta love it when you got a wife that loves what you love. Okay, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Alright, temperature's at almost 80. We're outside kind of in the shade here. We're back from the gym, working next to our favorite friend, the porta potty. What a smell coming off that son of a bitch. Anyway, so what we're doing now is the owner had a bunch of holes in the floor he didn't want. So I'm welding them up. And then I'm going to try and clean up some of his welds. These are not my welds. These are his. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to redo them. They're fine. They're solid, but just they're just very thick and goopy. So, but nothing a grinder won't take care of. We'll try and clean that up. Don't have to clean it up 100% precise, because honestly, it's covered up with Dynamat, and then it's covered up with underlay, then it's covered up with carpeting. So it really doesn't matter. But I just want to clean up a little bit, because when Sean gets in here and he's working on the truck and doing his bodywork thing and all that, even though he's on a piece of foam, sometimes you jump off the foam and that shit pokes you in the knees, right? So you can see the holes I've welded up there. I'm going to get to town here and start cleaning up, do a little grinding, and see what we can do. Get this bad boy done so I can get away from Mr. Porta Potty today. Hi, Mr. Porta Potty. Oh, and there's Sean. He's working away in there. He's working away on the hood for this truck. Yeah. Whoa! Gotta love extension cords. We're getting there slowly. Slowly we're getting there. You can kind of see how I clean that blob up he had across there. Looks way better. Still got to clean a little bit down in the corner here. Obviously I have to clean these corners up. Still got to clean this up, but that looks better than that. So yeah. It all takes time. Okay, I finished cleaning up all the welds from the customer and for myself. So our next step here, now that that's all done, taken care of, our next step is the customer has asked me, I'll get over on this side, I don't know if you can see, he's asked me, if you see the line on that there, he's asked me to shave that brace out like that on either side. That's just going to give him a little clearance where his master and booster are. Don't ask me, I don't know. That was where it was already located, and what you can see, actually he's not running a booster I should say, he's just running a master, but you see where the location is, you know, it's going to be tight, so he asked me to clear that out. Apparently he's already pre-fit all this stuff, so we'll just go from there. I'm just doing what I'm told. So I'm going to be grinding that out next, take it from there, see what's happening. So there we go. I see that Mike has gotten the 64 Lincoln. It was in for not starting, oil change, just check it all over. It's been sitting for a year. See, he's got it parked outside, so he's all done with that. So I believe he's working on the 32 Ford 3-window body you saw yesterday. I think he's getting it all ready to go onto the frame soon here. We'll check that out in the shop in a little while. Right now, I'm going to continue on with this because I need to get finished soon, because now it is almost noon and Mr. Porta Potty is starting to really get the sun on him. And you know what happens when the sun's on Mr. Porta Potty? He don't like it. He gets rather stinky. Okay guys, I got her all cut and looking nice, shaped nicely. Matched up the other side over there if you can see it. So that's all done. I ground some of the welds down under the body of the cab that I could get to. I'll be doing the rest after, because this cab is obviously coming off the frame. Like I say, we finished up all this inside today. And well, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the GTO. At least I think we are. It's almost the end of the day here, believe it or not. We've got maybe an hour and a half or so left, but we're going to move on to the GTO. But I do have a customer coming by to talk to me about an engine swap in an 81 Chev pickup. So I have to deal with him. So we'll see how long he's here for, and if there's enough time, that's where we'll be. And if there isn't, well then, tell me how many of you want to be along with me tomorrow if I pull that vinyl top off and see what that's all about, right? I know those of you are just seeing this car for the first time. This is a 70 GTO, and these were done. This car originally is a black on black car according to the code. These were done, as hideous as they may look, these were done back in the mid 70s, and the guy had big tires and wheels on it. You can see the extra long studs, they're all the way around the car, and they were racing it at the track. So this is kind of something that somebody did back in the day, and they painted it this British racing green, I guess, and they took it to the track. And but obviously that today people just are like, what is that? That's like hideous and ugly. But if you're around in the 70s, that's what you would have saw, big slicks on this thing done like that, and that would have been what it would have been. But anyway, I gotta get inside, meet the gentleman, and if there's enough time we'll get on to this, and if there isn't, well, we'll continue on tomorrow. Alright, well, let's start stripping down this GTO. I'm curious what we're going to find on the vinyl top. I've got the spoiler off the back sitting right there. I see we got a couple things we can address here. We've got a broken bolt down in there and another one over there. I'm just going to start taking this stainless trim off all around here. Get all this off here, and then we're going to you know, yank this top off. It's nice and warm out today, so I think with the heat it should come off even easier. Get that off and see where we go from there to start popping shit off. That's part of the game. And of course we bag it, and we tag it. Always. So let's rock and roll, people. Hell yeah, it's only going to be 32 today. Well, shit's happening. Got some of the chrome off. Takes time. We're getting there. We are getting there, and it's not looking too bad. There's the old black paint. Like I said, this car was black on black. So we'll just keep plugging away. We still got a chrome off the other side. So a tip when you're going to take these off. I don't have it, I couldn't find it, and here I am giving you a tip and I couldn't find it. I just was using this little bar here. But on the very underneath edge here, do you remember the old long can openers that had the point on the end? It was a can opener. I don't know where mine went, but if you find one of those, they work great at popping this trim off without making any marks. Now this works good too, and you guys might have a tip of your own out there what to do. This works good. I kind of just pulled it a little bit that way and it starts coming, and I just hold it with one hand and keep tugging, and it slowly comes off, because you don't want to dent this shit. That's for sure. The good news is for me on this one is that I don't do vinyl tops, so whoever installs the vinyl top, he's going to have to put all the trim back on. Or at least that's going to be the deal. You want to do the vinyl top? You're going to do the trims. But I labeled them and I'll clean them. Okay, let's continue on with this whole goat and get some more off her. Alright, we got the grill, headlight rings, front splash shaping off. Let's see if we can't pull this vinyl top off, see what's going on. We all know what happens with vinyl top cars. They usually rust all up and along here. So, I wish I could set this camera up so you could be part of it, but I don't know what to even set you guys on. So I'm just unfortunately going to have to stop the filming here for a minute and start yanking the top, and then I'll scooch you back. Alright, looks pretty solid to me. You know, we're going to clean it up good. We've got to pop the windows out of it for sure. But normally, they're all rotten in here. And this bad boy is looking really solid. That is a good thing. But this car never saw much of its life on the road. It's a 1970, and the last time it was on the road, oh, I took the bumper away. Here, it's in here. If it's not covered up with anything. The last time this car was on the road was right there in 1983. So 13 years is all it ever saw of the road. And it saw one paint job, this British racing green, that's what they called it when they did it then. And like I say, somebody got it, hacked up the quarters, put some big meats on it, which are gone now obviously, painted it British racing green, and then took off to the track with it. Had fun with it. Did what they did back then. Nobody thought nothing about cars back then. It was just an old car. Went and had fun with it. Nowadays, some people look at that and they say, that's a shame. Well, fuck, it was done back in the day. Nobody thought anything of it, right? It just wasn't thought about. Anyway, let's see what Sean's up to. Sean's working on the hood for the 56 Ford pickup. Getting her all roughed in. What's he got here? He always leaves himself notes. 80 grit. Low. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a good job. That's good. We want to still make it sound like metal. Don't want to load that son of a bitch up with a bunch of Bondo and be like, whoa. So there we go. Let's turn off this radio. It's horrible sounding. God, nothing but static. You can't get no radio stations out here where I live. Okay, we're gonna go see what's going on with the close that right now. And I'm gonna close this. Bringing you guys along for the haul. There's a 72 Chev pickup that we've been working on for like nearly a year. The guy's not in a rush, still wants it for next summer. Didn't want it for this year. So I believe the front fenders are here now for it. So I'm going to go pick up the front fenders, put the rad support on it, mount the front fenders, put the doors back on it, and get the cab all kind of lined up. And then we're getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely. And of course, you remember, we're working on my shoebox in between things, my Chop 50 Ford. Working on that too. I got to get back on my gasser now. Now that I've got all the issues sorted out with my Model A, except when it's in the 30s here, which is like in the 90s, it's just too hot to drive that car. Oh my God, it's just like it's like you die in that car in the heat. And anyway, so I can get onto the 55 gasser, which if you're new, right there's my 55. It's well, anyway, watch my videos. They're Sunday Fun Day. It says 55. You'll find them if you're new. The 32 Ford, this is an original, all steel, 3-window coupe, Henry Ford, Chop 5.5 inches. If you've been following along, you've heard the story many times about the engine and transmission, all that good details, so go back and look it up. But there it is. She's sitting down on the frame in all her glory. Look at that. So Deuce Days is on this weekend. You all know about Deuce Days. Well, this car will make its debut in 3 years from now there. Yeah. Beautiful car. Beautiful. Even the grill shell is original Henry Ford. Firewall, original Henry Ford. Nothing is reproduction. Frame rails, 32 Ford, everything. Don't question me. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm right. Owner's got all the stuff here. So there we go. So that's what's happening today. That's what's going on in the shop today, in the wonderful world of Old Time Garage. I'll post some more Instagram pics later tonight. Ricks_Old Time Garage. You'll see some more of that come up, and that's all I got for you right now. Hey, it's always a good time at Old Time. I'll catch you next time.